While our nation's top athletes continue to aim for gold in Rio, 34 Dublin High School seniors secured a metallic distinction of their own, platinum. Each of the school's 34 platinum seniors earned a long list of special privileges for the 2016-17 school year, after meeting an even longer list of requirements.
Well, to get to be a platinum senior, it is a cumulative record of all of your 4 years of high school.
Classmate Lavadrick Turner said many of the lessons necessary to become a platinum senior were learned long before he entered a high school classroom.
My mama, she really just made me come to school like every day. And her making me conscious made me work harder.
And when you do all those things and you make that complete student, it helps you grow while you're here. It helps you become a better student, and we want to reward you for that by giving you some privileges that the regular student, that a student that has not taken care of those responsibilities or taken those responsibilities serious, they do not have. And the things that they have, like off-campus lunch and those type things, are a big enough incentive for kids for them to work hard to obtain those the status of a platinum senior.
Reporting from Dublin High School, Jason Holcomb, Dublin City Schools.
At Dublin High School, new ag education teacher Alexandria Walker is hoping to put the green back in the school's greenhouse. Beginning with first period Wednesday, Walker took each of her horticulture, agriculture, and forestry classes out into the greenhouse to see the first 1,000 plants that will be grown during the school year. Besides these first poinsettias, marigolds, and ferns, Walker said she's hopeful to reinvigorate the school's greenhouse program to include hydroponics, herb gardens, and even a fish-centric aquaponics system, with proceeds from the sale of what students grow to create a cycle not unlike those she teaches about in her classes.
This greenhouse is definitely an important part of the program. It adds that hands-on experience that the students need, especially in the horticulture and basically all of my classes. Some possibilities at the greenhouse, of course, is getting the aquaponics system going, and some students might use that as a SAE project, trying to get some rainbow trout or some bass to put in the aquaponics tank and incorporate that into the greenhouse. So it gives those students the hands-on experience and possibly a sight into what certain careers that they're interested in.
Reporting from Dublin High School, Jason Holcomb, Dublin City Schools.
While the rest of the fourth grade at Hillcrest Elementary was busy preparing for its final break of the day, Amiria Thomas was setting up shop for a one-of-a-kind fundraiser she hopes will help children in need. Baking some of her favorite goodies, Thomas stepped outside today with her mom and dad to begin selling cupcakes to raise money for St. Jude Children's Hospital. The cakes were selling, and not just because it was hot, but because they were good and it was for a good cause.
The thing that made me come up with this idea was at my church service, we talked about Childhood Cancer Month, and I just really wanted to help kids with cancer.
It was really one of my proudest mother moments, actually, because we do try to instill in her the need to help others, and it just helps us to understand that our work is not in vain.
Mary was able to raise more than $50 and prove to her teachers she's on a path to becoming a great leader.
It shows that she's a leader, that she's going to be a leader, and she's going to make something of herself in this society.
You're doing the right thing. Keep up the good work.
Reporting from Hillcrest Elementary School, I'm Jason Holcomb, Dublin City Schools.
Tension is the same tension as it is that we dealt with bridges. The tension in the triangle is when if your wheel is spinning by itself, it's not tight enough. Come on in and sit down on the carpet and let's get started. Remember what we were? Civil. Yes, we were a civil engineer. All right, well this time around we're going to be a completely different engineer. We're learning something completely different, and it's going to deal with Cinderella's dilemma. What is something that we could engineer to help her out with this problem that she's got? We're going to engineer a faster getaway car for Cinderella. And remember how many steps were in the design? There's 6 steps. Very good. We're asking what the problem is, and we're fixing to imagine and brainstorm possible solutions. The hole is too big, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of cardboard center of that CD with a pencil point, and we're going to fill it in with our axles. Do you understand? Very good. Yours are done. First of all, did anybody go home and do any research on their own? If you did, raise it up. Thank you, Connor. Every object that we see around has passed through the hands of a mechanical engineer. All right, so, and actually, I can see where they're adding the body to the, what's that bottom part of the car we talked about yesterday? The chassis. In each one of your boxes, you have paper clips. You've got 4 paper clips, and you've got 2 of these, okay? This is not going to be your axle, but this is actually bigger than your axle. So the circle you're going to make around this is going to hold your axle in it. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You're going to take your paper clip, take one of the legs and go around it, and that's just around one time. I want you to see how it goes right there on the very end, and I want you to notice how the bearing sits. The hole sits vertical, not horizontal. There it is. It's there. So tomorrow we'll have to have those taped down, and it'll be fine because we're going to fix that problem that you run into. Getting the wheels on and the rubber band on, because we've got to race on Thursday. What we're going to do today is I've got the rubber bands out, and we're going to take the rubber bands and we're going to go ahead and get them linked together so that the rest of the time we can work on positioning our bearings, our axles and wheels, and then getting the other paper clip at the front to attach our rubber band rope. Okay? That's in case one of them pops. What? Now, this day is tomorrow. So, and I think we're going to make it. Y'all are doing really good. So, we've got our chain of paper, rubber bands ready. The next thing we're going to go work at the table is getting this to be stable. Remember we tried poking them in yesterday? Yeah. We got to get those bearings in, and they can't be loosey-goosey. Not at all, because if you got loosey-goosey bearings, what's going to happen to the axle and wheel? It's going to fall completely apart. And Cinderella had that problem already, didn't she? Yes. We do not want this ride to fall apart. We've got to make a secure ride for her. You're not going to hurt nothing. Come on, push it in. Yeah, boom. When I was first approached with the idea of doing a STEAM room, a STEAM-themed room, I really didn't know which direction to go in. And when I started researching, I quickly realized there's very limited resources for an elementary engineering classroom. The materials that I'm having to use are very simple for very complex ideas, but the standards are the same. And the thought process and the vocabulary that goes with teaching these kids are the same. The materials don't really matter so much. With the simplest of tools, but with the most complex of ideas, and that combination is proving magical right now in our school.
More than 80 families visited Dublin High School for more than just spaghetti Monday night. They came to learn about ways to help their children excel in the classroom. Touted as family night, the evening included presentations from educators and a keynote address by Brigadier General Belinda Pinckney.
It's a win-win for everybody. When a teacher gets to know the parents individually, they know what kind of support they're going to get, and they can tell you what they'll lay out their plan for you at the beginning of the school. So there are no surprises as to what the expectations are to succeed in their classroom.
It was very exciting to have so many parents to come out tonight. One of the things that we're trying to do is build relationships with our parents that's based on substance and not circumstances. And we share some valuable information with them that's important for their child's success, and for them to be here and show the interest and participation tonight was awesome.
What they started tonight eliminates a lot of questions that parents may have. It eliminates a lot of excuses when parents say they don't know this or that. So I think tonight is one of the best nights that we've had as far as parent nights, as far as being informative and truly seeing that they really want the parents involved. A great effort in making that, extending that arm to let parents know that they really want them involved.
Reporting from Dublin High School, Jason Holcomb, Dublin City Schools. Middle school students said thank you to Servicemen and Women Friday, writing letters that will be delivered to deployed members of the armed forces during Thanksgiving.
The first paragraph to be. It's pretty much just thanking them for their service, their hard work, their time away from their families. It's a thank you paragraph.
The program, known as Bert's Big Thank You, is a partner project by Georgia United Credit Union and Atlanta's Q100. Students said is a way to thank deployed military.
They've been working hard and we show them some love and respect.
I think it's a wonderful experience that the kids could give back to the people who are overseas protecting us and fighting for us every day so we could live in a free country. And I think the kids really understand that also. And they're really eager to write to them.
I think it's extremely important because I think in today's society, a lot of people don't realize what veterans have done for us and present. Active military personnel have done for us. A lot of them have died, lost their lives, lost loved ones to provide us with the freedoms that we take for granted every day. And it's important for our boys and girls to realize that there are men and women fighting for us every day to continue to live the lives that we live, the comforts that we know here in America.
Reporting from Dublin Middle School, Jason Holcomb, Dublin City Schools. While most classrooms might look like this,
Y'all want to try and perform our Sewing Machines rap song?
Matt Taylor's fourth grade classroom looks more like this. Students at Susie Dasher spend just as much time away from their desks as they do at them. And that, says Taylor, helps his students pull terminology and concepts out of textbooks and apply them into the real world.
Basic project-based learning is what I use in my classroom to try my best to kind of help them have a hands-on approach to learning, because as a visual learner myself and a kind of kinesthetic learner, I learn that way as well.
Taylor's class recently completed a lesson on simple machines, and the culmination of that lesson was a race between gravity, using small cars, and a ruler for a lever.
That's certainly probably the most rewarding thing, is seeing that light bulb come on, because I mean, in those types of situations, just knowing they put those connections together, seeing the examples they have in real life, and just add some that bring me real life examples from home, just saying like, I found a simple machine, and bring it to the next day in class. And it's a very rewarding thing to see, like that kind of, I guess, that example you're setting, but also that kind of impact you're making in their life, and just showing that, you know, what happens in a classroom not only happens in the classroom, but you can apply it to real life as well.
We're going to talk about science and the musical thing. And I'm going to do a little rap.
Reporting for Dublin City Schools, Jason Holcomb.